A humble slave I am of an almighty Lord.
I remember the first time I saw it. I was flying by helicopter over the Badia. And then in all this desert, I look down and see a tree, absolutely alone. No other trees, no fields, no water. You think it's a miracle any living thing could survive here. Of course I realized what it was. It's unique. The blessed tree once sheltered the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him.
So we find one of the most extraordinary events really in the life of the founder of Islam is the story that we associate with Bahira the monk.
فبحير الراهب مكث سنوات طويلة في هذا الدير يعبد الله عز وجل ويتوجه إليه. ولما نظر من نافذة ديره لاحظ القافلة التي أقبلت من جهة الحجاز، وقد برحت القافلة بجمالها وما فيها ومن فيها حوالي هذه الشجرة.
The traditions relate that the meeting between the Prophet and the monk Bahira took place on the road to Bosra, a town in the south of present-day Syria. Recent discoveries in Jordan appear to point to a location that fits this description.
Whilst I was working in the Royal Archive, which hadn't been documented and hadn't been sorted out ever, so we just had thousands of papers everywhere, going back decades, one of the researchers came across a series of papers which were the records of my great-grandfather, King Abdullah I. And one of the first things he did when he came to Jordan and assumed the throne was to do a survey of all the holy sites in Jordan. This document had been completely lost. We had a royal committee for the preservation of the holy sites, which I was a member of. And in that survey I found mention of this tree.
Out in the middle of an empty and inhospitable desert, this lone tree stands. It is the only tree within hundreds of square kilometers.
And the most stunning thing about the tree is that the Prophet sitting under it and it's reacting to the Prophet makes it the only living terrestrial witness to the Prophet. What we would call in Arabic Sahabi. That tree is the only Sahabi remaining on earth.